Welcome back as we take you to a very deep and amazing journey of relaxation, a bedtime story. Today's story is about Beauty and the Beast. Before we start, make sure you are very comfortable and in a very warm spot. Take a deep breath and make sure to focus your mind entirely on your breathing, forgetting about your worries in this short while as you get the best treatment you can give your brain. Now let's begin the story Beauty and the Beast. There exists a peaceful village nestled between rolling green hills and a sparkling river that whispers softly as it flows. Pause for a deep breath in and out. In this village lived a kind and curious young girl named Belle. Belle loved books more than anything. She would spend her days reading stories of faraway places, dreaming of adventures that filled her heart with joy. Her name means beauty in a gentle language, but her true beauty came from inside, from a caring heart and a brave spirit. Remember, dear listener, true beauty is in the kindness we show to others. Soft pause. Let the words sink in. Belle lived with her father, Maurice, a gentle inventor who tinkered with gadgets in their cozy cottage. The cottage was warm, with a fireplace that crackled like a friendly hug, and windows that let in the golden sunlight. Maurice loved Belle dearly and always encouraged her to follow her dreams. "My dear," he would say, "the world is full of wonders if you open your heart to them." And Belle did just that. She helped her neighbors, shared her stories with the children of the village, and always found time to gaze at the stars, wondering what magic lay beyond. Pause. Take a slow breath. Imagine the warm cottage around you, feeling safe and relaxed. One crisp autumn day, Maurice set off on a journey to a nearby fair to show his latest invention, a little wooden music box that played the sweetest tunes. He waved goodbye to Belle, promising to return soon with tales of his own. But as the sun dipped low, a gentle mist rolled in from the forest, and Maurice lost his way. The trees whispered secrets in the wind, and the path grew winding. Pause for relaxation. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, letting go of any tension in your shoulders. Deeper into the forest, Maurice stumbled upon a grand castle hidden among the ancient oaks. The castle was tall and majestic, with towers that reached toward the sky like friendly giants. But it seemed quiet, almost asleep under a blanket of vines and roses. Maurice, feeling a chill in the air, knocked on the great wooden door, hoping for shelter. To his surprise, the door creaked open on its own, revealing a hallway lit by soft, glowing candles that floated like fireflies. Visualize this, the candles flickering gently, warming your mind like a cozy blanket. Inside, Maurice found no one, but the castle seemed alive with magic. A teapot hummed a soft melody, and a clock ticked with a cheerful rhythm. These were enchanted friends, once people, now transformed by a spell, but their hearts remained kind and welcoming. They offered Maurice warm tea and a seat by the fire, making him feel at home. "Rest easy," whispered the teapot in a motherly voice. "You are safe here." And Maurice did rest, feeling the worries of his journey melt away. Motivational pause. Just like Maurice, you too can find peace in unexpected places. Breathe in calm, breathe out worry. But then, from the shadows emerged the beast. He was large and furry, with horns and a mane like a lion's, but his eyes held a sadness deeper than the ocean. Long ago, a wise enchantress had placed a spell on him for being unkind in his youth. She taught him that true change comes from within, and only by learning kindness could the spell be broken. The beast had arose in a glass case, a magical flower that bloomed with hope. Each petal that fell reminded him to grow kinder every day. Soft pause. Think of your own heart, growing stronger with every act of kindness. The beast was startled to find a stranger in his castle and roared in surprise, but his roar was more like a deep sigh than anything scary. Maurice, frightened at first, saw the loneliness in the beast's eyes and felt compassion. But the beast, still learning to control his temper, asked Maurice to stay as his guest until the storm passed. Little did they know, this was the start of a wonderful adventure. A relaxation cue. Let your body sink deeper into your warm spot, feeling the story wrap around you like a soft hug. Back in the village, Belle grew worried when her father didn't return. She was brave and determined, qualities that made her shine like a star. I must find him, she said to herself, packing a small lantern and her favorite book for comfort. With a deep breath, she ventured into the forest, following the winding path. The leaves rustled gently under her feet, and fireflies lit her way like tiny lanterns of hope. Belle whispered to herself, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but the strength to keep going." And you, listener, have that same courage inside you. Pause, breathe in strength, breathe out doubt. Feel motivated to face your own adventures. As night fell, Belle arrived at the castle. The doors opened for her too, and she called out for her father. Hearing his voice from a tower, she rushed to him. There, she met the beast. At first, his appearance surprised her, but Belle looked beyond the fur and fangs. She saw the kindness he was trying to nurture, like a seed growing into a beautiful flower. "Please," she said softly, "let my father go. I will stay in his place." The beast, touched by her selflessness, agreed. Maurice hugged Belle tightly and promised to return home safely, carrying her love in his heart. Motivational moment. Acts of love like Belle's remind us that helping others brings light to our own lives. Take a slow breath, feeling that light within you. And so, Belle became a guest in the enchanted castle. At first, she felt a little homesick, missing her books and the village songs. But the castle's magical friends, the teapot named Mrs. Potts, the clock named Cogsworth, and the candelabra named Lumiere, welcomed her with open arms. They sang soft lullabies and prepared delicious meals that smelled like fresh-baked bread and honey. "You're home now, dear," Mrs. Potts would say, pouring tea that warmed Belle from the inside out. Pause for visualization. Imagine sipping warm tea, feeling relaxed and content. The beast, shy at first, began to show Belle around the castle. He had a magnificent library filled with books from floor to ceiling, stories of heroes, far-off lands, and magical creatures. Belle's eyes lit up like stars. "This is wonderful," she exclaimed. The beast smiled, his first real smile in years, and said, "It's yours to enjoy." Day by day, they spent time together. Belle taught the beast about patience and gentleness, reading stories aloud by the fireside. The flames danced softly, casting a golden glow that made everything feel peaceful. Relaxation paused. Close your eyes and picture the library, books surrounding you like old friends. Breathe deeply, letting the calm wash over you. As weeks turned into months, the beast learned to be kind not just others, but to himself. He planted a garden of roses, tending them with care, watching them bloom under the sun. Belle joined him, sharing laughs and dreams. "You see," she said one evening as they watched the sunset paint the sky in pinks and oranges, "beauty isn't in how we look, but in how we love and grow." The beast nodded. There, in the heart of the Enchanted Kingdom, the castle stood as a beacon of kindness, surrounded by gardens where roses bloomed in every color of the rainbow. Pause for a deep breath in and out. Belle and the prince, now happily wed, filled their days with joy and purpose. The prince, once the beast, had learned that true strength comes from a gentle heart. Belle, with her endless curiosity, reminded everyone that adventure begins with an open mind. Together, they welcomed visitors from far and wide, sharing stories and lessons of inner beauty. Remember, dear listener, your own heart holds endless potential. Nurture it with kindness every day. Soft pause, let the words sink in. Their home was alive with the laughter of old friends. Mrs. Potts, now a cheerful woman with a teapot's warm spirit. Cogsworth, the punctual butler with a clock's steady tick. And Lumiere, the lively candle maker whose light brightened every room. The castle's halls echoed with soft music, and the air smelled of fresh flowers and baked treats. Belle and the prince often strolled through the gardens at dawn, watching the sun rise like a golden promise. "Every new day is a chance to grow," Belle would say, holding the prince's hand. And the prince would nod, feeling grateful for the changes kindness had brought. Pause. Take a slow breath. Imagine walking in a peaceful garden, feeling the morning dew under your feet, safe and serene. One sunny morning, as birds sang melodies in the treetops, a messenger arrived from a distant village. He carried a letter sealed with a wax emblem of a blooming flower. The letter spoke of a hidden valley, shrouded in a gentle mist, where the people had forgotten the magic of sharing and kindness. Crops grew sparse, and the rivers ran slow, as if the land itself yearned for warmth. The villagers asked for help from the Enchanted Kingdom, having heard tales of Belle's courage and the prince's transformation. "We must go," Belle said, her eyes sparkling with determination. The prince agreed, knowing that helping others was the greatest adventure. Pause for relaxation. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, releasing any tightness in your body, embracing the call to kindness. They prepared for the journey with care, packing baskets of seeds from their rose garden, books of inspiring stories, and warm blankets woven with threads of hope. Their friends joined them, Mrs. Potts with her soothing teas, Cogsworth with maps drawn under starlight, and Lumiere with lanterns that glowed like friendly stars. As they set off on horseback, The forest path unfolded like a welcoming ribbon, lined with wildflowers that nodded in the breeze. The wind whispered encouragement, and fireflies danced ahead, lighting the way. Belle turned to the prince and said, "Remember, true magic comes from within us all. And listener, you too carry that magic. Let it guide you through life's paths." Motivational pause. Breathe in adventure. Breathe out hesitation. Feel the excitement of new beginnings. As they traveled deeper into the misty valley, the air grew cooler, but not unkind, like a soft blanket of fog inviting them to explore. They crossed a bridge over a murmuring stream, where fish swam in lazy circles, and arrived at the village nestled among rolling hills. The homes were cozy, thatched with straw, but the gardens looked tired, and the people's smiles were faint. The villagers gathered, curious and hopeful, as Belle and the prince shared their gifts. "We've come to help," the prince said gently, his voice steady like a calm river. Belle added, "Together, we can plant seeds of kindness and watch them grow." Visualize this, the village awakening with color, warming your heart like sunlight through leaves. The group began their work with patient hands. They tilled the soil in the communal gardens, planting rose seeds that promised beauty and strength. Mrs. Potts brewed teas that filled the air with comforting aromas, inviting everyone to sit and share stories. Cogsworth organized gentle routines, teaching the villagers to care for their land with steady, loving attention. Lumiere lit evening gatherings where songs and laughter chased away the mist, revealing stars that twinkled like diamonds overhead. Day by day, the valley transformed. The crops grew lush and green, fed by the nourishment of community. Pause for visualization. Imagine tending a garden, feeling the earth between your fingers, relaxed and purposeful. Belle and the prince spent time with the children, reading from their books by a crackling fire in the village square. The flames danced softly, casting a golden light that made everyone feel at home. One little girl, shy at first, asked, "How do I find my inner beauty?" Belle knelt down and whispered, "It's already there, in your kind words and brave dreams. Nurture it, and it will shine." The prince shared his own story, saying, "I once hid behind walls, but kindness opened my heart. You can do the same." The children listened, their eyes wide with wonder, planting seeds of self-acceptance in their own hearts. And dear listener, reflect on your own inner light. It's brighter than you know. Relaxation pause. Close your eyes and picture a cozy fire, books open around you. Breathe deeply, letting peace fill every corner of your being. As the weeks passed, the valley's mist lifted fully, revealing hidden wonders, a sparkling waterfall that sang like a harp, and ancient trees bearing fruits of every flavor. The villagers learned to tend these gifts with gratitude, hosting feasts where everyone shared what they had grown. Belle and the prince danced with them under the moonlight, the music soft and swaying like a lullaby. "You've shown us that kindness is a true enchantress," the village elder said, his voice warm with thanks. The prince replied, "And you reminded us that growth happens together." In these moments, bonds form like vines intertwining. strong and beautiful. Motivational moment. Like this valley, your life can bloom with care. Take a slow breath, feeling gratitude for your own growth. One evening, as the group prepared to return home, a gentle glow appeared in the waterfall's mist, a vision of the wise enchantress from long ago. She smiled, her presence like a warm embrace, and whispered, "You've spread the magic of the heart. Continue to teach and learn." The vision faded like morning dew, leaving behind a single eternal rose that never wilted, a symbol of enduring kindness. Belle and the prince carried it back, their hearts fuller than before. The journey had taught them that adventures don't end. They evolve, inviting more love and discovery. Pause. Imagine a glowing rose in your hands, symbolizing your potential. Inhale inspiration. Exhale any doubts.